G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, yeah. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, let's go. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. We got Shot, Dot, Malcolm, Chris the King, plus the Doc. You know that's like 4 G's. Sports Mind. Real world, real problems, real news, real sports. We gon' let you know right here on 4 G's. 4 G's.
Welcome to another 4G Sports episode. And first of all, like we always do, hit the subscribe button, the like button, every time we come up. Now, thank you to the 152 subscribers we have for the show. I am the OG, and also this episode of 4G Sports broadcast is brought to you by Miley Cakez Pastries and Desserts LLC. I'm the OG.
I'm the King.
Hey, you know what it is? You got the Doc.
And down there in the corner, I'm gonna really let him introduce himself. But if you don't know the man by now, I'm gonna let him. Mike, tell him who you are, please, sir. I probably won't even give you justice on
Michael Bell from originally from Denver, Colorado. Went to school in Arizona. I'm an ex-professional football player turned entrepreneur, sports performance trainer. In a nutshell.
All right, he didn't tell y'all, but this is a member of the New Orleans Saints Super Bowl championship team. He didn't want to say that. He's being modest. Has a ring, ladies and gentlemen. He has a ring. So,
I do.
You know what I mean? Now he wants to say, I do.
I do. Let me go. I'll go get it too. As a matter of fact.
Oh, now he's going to go
get it. Go ahead and get that.
I'm waiting.
Right.
He gonna take us on a stroll with him too.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's nowhere special. There we
He's
go.
going around the corridor. He done went through the secret hallway.
Knocked through time.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Counting his steps.
Nice.
Oh!
Yes.
There we go.
Man. Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you.
Like I said, he didn't want to say that. I don't know why, but that is a Super Bowl champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. Harvey, of Miley Cakez is the 4G official sponsor for episode 13. She has provided us with the knockout drink for us to enjoy during the show. We will leave the information to place orders in the description below. And here's the bottle. All right. And a 4G glass. And I'm going to go ahead and pour mine now. All right.
And as you guys all know, that the Doc and myself lost a bet a couple weeks ago to the OG, and that's why we're in this. And the Doc looks good, though. He looks good, but this, I'm not feeling this. But we gotta stay with the bet. We lost the bet, so we gotta stick with it. And we had another bet, and you guys have to tune in to see who won and actually lost that bet as well, and see what the repercussions from that is as well. So that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ronald Foster, one of our main supporters, he commented to wear these team colors, do push-ups, get pie in the face. I gotta tell you, I'd rather have the pie in the face. Hey, but we're gonna go ahead and drink our knockout drink to that.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Michael Bell, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Who was the player that hit you the hardest in the NFL, and what did it feel like?
Ooh. I would say the hardest person ever hit me would probably be John Lynch. And the only way I can describe it is I think you guys all play football, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
when you get hit, when you feel that feeling of when bugs are calling, like your body goes numb.
Oh,
I feel like there's bugs calling underneath your skin. You know what I mean? Almost like you hit your funny bone.
Wow.
You hit your funny bone. So that's what I felt all over my body.
Wow. All right, Mike. Who did you score your first touchdown against, and where is that game ball?
I actually gave that game ball away recently. I gave away a lot of my memorabilia, but the first game was my first NFL game. It was against St. Louis my rookie year at St. Louis. It was the only touchdown of the game. So
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine getting hit by John Lynch. That's the older breed of safety when you could just come across the middle and smack somebody.
exactly,
Right.
he hit me in practice too.
Oh man.
Exactly. He hit me in practice, and we didn't even have pads on. We only had helmets.
Oh.
So he was getting mad because they couldn't tackle me or touch. It was because we were doing touch. And it was my rookie year, and they would make the fourth string go against the starters, and he was a starter. So I was doing the scout team, all the cards and stuff, but they couldn't tackle me or they couldn't even touch me at that matter. So I was embarrassing them. So we kept having to redo the same play. And I ran, they knew it was coming, so I ran right at him. He just laid me out in front of everybody.
Oh man.
Laid me out.
Actually, kind of relative to being on the practice squad at that time, tell us a little bit about what it was like to be like an undrafted free agent rookie to a Super Bowl champion. Like, what was that journey like for you?
It was a tough journey. It was a really, really tough journey, just to be honest with you. It's hard. It's only for the strong and the mentally strong, not for the physical, the mental. And that's pretty much what it was. It was a mental journey that I prepared myself before I even stepped foot in Denver. You know what I mean? I knew that I prepared my mind that I was going to come in and not act like no undrafted free agent. I came in and acted like I was going to be a starter. You know what I mean? And it worked. You know what I mean? Like almost like they say, fake it till you make it. I came in with the mentality that they weren't going to treat me this way. I just almost came in with a certain mindset, and it worked out to my advantage. I didn't act like no undrafted free agent, so I acted like a starter. So I ended up starting 9 days into training camp. You know what I mean? Just because I portrayed myself in that manner. So it worked. And so I just...
That's the mentality to have, really. I mean, for anybody watching, all the kids out there, that's the kind of mentality you got to have.
For sure. And I took that approach afterwards when I got cut. I got cut by the Broncos the following year because they wanted me to play fullback, and I didn't want to play fullback. I got cut. And I got signed by the New Orleans Saints 10 weeks into the next year. So got there late. So I didn't really know what position they wanted me to play because I was still kind of overweight and stuff. But they wanted me to play fullback. But I came in with that attitude that, okay, Reggie Bush is here, Deuce McAllister is here, Pierre Thomas is here, but doesn't really matter who am I? You know what I mean? I know who I am and what I've done. So I came in with that same mentality. It worked. You know what I mean? So I just know it works. It's all about how you feel about yourself. And I just took that approach, and I take that same approach into my training and to my businesses.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
So you've already played in a whole lot of stadiums. What is the toughest stadium to play in, and why?
I'm gonna have to go back to college and say that the University of Oregon was the hardest stadium I ever played in terms of just loud. It was so loud. Right. But if I would professional wise, I would say the Kansas City Chiefs.
Arrowhead.
It was super loud, man. It's hard to play in loud stadiums. I mean, and that was outside. Both of those stadiums that I mentioned were outside. So it's different when you're indoors. You got a dome, but when you see the ball bouncing off the ground just from the crowd noise, man, that is that's a sight to see.
That's wild.
That's a sight to see.
All right, let's go back to that Super Bowl. So what was the first thing you did after winning the Super Bowl? If you can tell us.
Oh no. I was happy that we won, but I was kind of mad that I slipped on the 1 yard line. So I didn't get it. So I was kind of mad at myself. So I was the first one dressed and the first one out of the locker room. So I remember I was the first one on the bus. So I wasn't happy. But I remember I definitely it was my first time smoking a cigar, and I tried to inhale. I remember I tried to inhale it. You know?
Oh no.
No.
You know, I just remember I was in front of the bus, the players' bus, and everybody's getting on like gagging and almost throwing up. And they're like, "What's wrong with him?" You know what I mean? I'm like, because everybody's smoking cigars. You know what I mean? And I was like throwing up because I inhaled the smoke. I'm like,
right.
So that's like my first big memory that comes to mind that I tried to do to celebrate was that. But I definitely was I partied like partied. You know what I mean? I had fun. I partied till the sun came up. Literally.
Oh,
and I almost missed my flight home the next day.
Yeah.
Can I add an additional question to that? OG, I mean, an additional question to that. What is the media week like?
Great question.
Yeah, good question.
It's crazy. It's intense. They dedicated a whole day just for media. Like we arrived on a Monday, and they dedicated all of Tuesday just for the media day. But just throughout the whole week, it's just crazy. There's cameras everywhere. The whole city of Miami just feels like a reality TV show. There's cameras everywhere. They almost felt like I was on TV the whole time I was there. Even the game, like I told everybody that the game seemed so much brighter than a regular game. Like almost like we're on a movie set or something. You know, it just seemed different. It just seemed weird.
Yeah. They probably turn up those lights.
Yeah, those lights are bright.
So you've played. So you started with Denver, and I believe you might have caught the tail end of Jake Plummer's time there.
No, I was there. For the most part, it's tail end. I was there one full season with them though.
With Plummer, and then before Cutler took over, and then you went and played with Drew Brees. So who's your favorite quarterback to like ever play with?
Jake Plummer.
Yeah,
for sure.
A snake, man. Yep.
Like Jake.
Yeah.
He's the best in just terms of just player wise and just personality. Like he's the type of player you want to play for. Just the type of guy. I mean, me personally, everybody has their own guy they want to play. He's the type of guy I want to play for.
Yeah.
King, hold on a second. I have
a question.
With Drew Brees' recent comment, Mike, about the Black Lives Matters, how did you feel about that being an ex-teammate?
I was kind of thrown off by it, just to be honest. I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, I don't think of him any less as a person because I genuinely know he's a good person, but I was shocked the fact that he's surrounded by so many black athletes. He throws a ball till he makes all his money throwing to black athletes that he would have had more compassion. You know what I mean? He did almost look like he just didn't come from a place of compassion or just, I don't know. He's almost like he was speaking from a place of ignorance. You know what I mean? But he came back around. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hold it against it. I don't think his players are, you know what I mean? You can't really hold against it. But it definitely threw me off. I feel like he owes more to his players and to the community of New Orleans than to say something like that. He's entitled to his own opinion. I'm not judging him for having his own opinion, but it's just shocking having an opinion like that, being that he's surrounded by so many black people, so many black athletes.
Gotcha.
I have another question also, Michael. What can you tell high school students that are trying to go to college, the transition from high school to college? What advice can you give them?
To work harder than what you're working right now. I was like, because when I first got to college and I saw everybody buckled. You know what I mean? For the most, only one person played, including myself. Everybody buckled, whether it was from a physical standpoint or from a mental standpoint. I mean, you got to step your game up. And I think that a lot of times high school athletes are coddled. You know what I mean? So when you get there, you see all these people that are just as good as you, if not better. People just freeze up and they don't know how to usually don't know how to respond. Some people don't respond that redshirt year. They settle into that. Okay, I'm just not that good. They just never respond from that. So I would say work your butts off your senior year, and then when that senior season's over, start working even harder than what you did before to prepare yourself. And I mean, coming with the mentality, which I would, even though I got my degree, I know. I mean, it sounds cliche. I would come with the mentality to get an education. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, because football isn't promised. You know what I mean? The majority of people aren't going to make it. You have the opportunity to get a free education, and you really looked at because now that I'm training kids, the worst thing that I would ever want somebody to come, kids ask me is you got a free education and you didn't finish, regardless of what it was, is get an education. You know what I mean? Because you can only play sports for so long. So I really want to preach the education aspect of it. You know what I mean? And pick something meaningful that you can actually educate yourself with. Don't go in there and just go through the motions like I did. You know what I mean? Go in there and get something like a business degree that you can use when you're done playing football. Because the likelihood of you making the NFL is pretty much non-existent, just to be honest.
Right.
You're likely not going to make it. You know what I mean?
All right.
Okay. Any more questions from you guys?
That's it.
That was it? How's that knockout drink?
Outstanding. She gave it a great.
It's got a nice cherry flavor to it, and it's not too overpowering. I like it a lot.
Okay.
This is outstanding. All right, Mike, I want you to stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We're about to invite some more people in.
Okay.
And the reason that is because they're doing a neck brace for football players, and we would love to get listen. And I would love you to put any comments, questions, concerns that you may have about the brace to them as well. Okay? All right, so let's bring them in now. We'd like to bring in John, Kelly, and Dr. Pitts. There's John, there's Dr. Pitts, and there's Kelly Davis.
What's happening?
Right.
What's happening?
So,
this is John.
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Good. I'm gonna start with John first, then I'm gonna go to Kelly, and then Dr. Pitts. Please introduce yourself real quick for us, please. John.
All right, can you hear me? Chaplain John McClung Jr. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you?
You going in there?
Go ahead, Dr. Pitts. We're having problems with John right now. Go ahead, Dr.
All
Pitts.
right. This is Chaplain John. I'm the CEO of E7. I'm originally from
Dr. Pitts, Dr. Kelly, Mr. Kelly, one of you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself while we're trying to figure out what's going on with John.
No problem.
Okay. Go ahead, Kelly.
Yes, sir. Kelly Davis, inventor, owner of the Z7 neck brace, boxing trainer, MMA trainer for the last 23 years, and just a loving parent. You know what I'm saying? That's the epitome of the whole, starting this whole journey with the Z7. You know what I'm saying? Before anything, just a loving parent.
Okay. Dr. Pitts?
Absolutely. My name is Dr. Casuel Pitts, and definitely want to give it back to you guys for inviting us on the show. I'm a world-renowned entrepreneur. I help a lot of celebrities and even small business owners take their niche from mind to paper, then paper to idea. I can take any company from $0 to $1 million in 1 year, as long as you have the drive, dedication, and determination. So I am the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of the Z7. I'm proud to introduce what we have to offer to the world, because this is definitely going to be a game changer in the sports industry within itself. So I'm excited to be on here to show the world what we have to offer.
All right. Doc.
So, first off, thank you all for being here. We have much to learn, really, from all of you. My first question, as it relates to the Z7 neck brace, is this brace useful for all football players?
Yes, sir. And that's why I designed it with the real sleek design, as you see on the back here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only maybe like 2 inches wide, so it's real subtle. It blends in. You really can't tell. It's just like doubling the player's spine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of change my question a little bit. Does this particular product latch on to the shoulder pads, or does it latch on to the helmet?
Both. It latches onto the shoulder pads just like the neck braces of old. We all seen like the old school Brian Cox with the big shield behind his head and stuff, and the big and the linebackers with the big neck roll. I followed the same design as that design. You know what I'm saying, for the bolt set up on the back of the shoulder pads. And on the helmet, it can usually go through. You can make your own hole at the bottom if it's your helmet, but you can also use the air hole that's already set up on all the helmets.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of feedback have you received on this product?
Oh my God. 100% positive, you know what I'm saying? Because I've done quite a few testing on it, just, you know what I'm saying, to give the people even more material that they can fall back on and learn from. Because I've had it tested from Baltimore all the way to Cleveland through the NFL testing, and I've had it also done through the military testing. So I wanted to give all parents as much, information on it and show you, what I'm saying, the reduction in impact that it actually does.
Okay. So going a little selfishly for a minute, my son plays guard, right? Left and right guard for his JV team. will this product limit his ability from being in a 3-point stance and get his head up, especially when he has to have his head up because he's going to be pulling a lot, meaning look on a swivel and things like that?
Great question. And that's another thing. So for any offensive lineman, all they have to do with the brace is look up first and then go into your 3-point stand. And then your head locks up in that upward position for you. So you've already engaged the brace by looking up and then falling into your 3-point stand.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
My question is kind of a selfish question too. My son plays defensive back and running back, and will that hinder him from whipping his head around as a defensive back? And also, another question to that is this product also approved by the scholastic associations or with the board?
Yeah. Now, on that first part is my son plays quarterback and free safety. Yeah. So my son plays quarterback and free safety. So his head is always on a swivel. And so what I did was when I designed the top piece here, you can see how it swivels so it'll be able to move with his head at all times. So the brace kind of rides with you side to side and more movement up here. So his head can do whatever he wants to do. And the brace is also free floating. So it slides up and down so it only engages when he gets hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that seatbelt on the field.
Okay.
Because I couldn't even put the brace out there because if it limited any kind of movement, then it wouldn't do its job. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna turn the players off real quick. So you know what I'm saying? Players have to be themselves and do what they do and know the brace has got their back.
Okay. So what was the vision in creating the Z7 neck brace?
That's easy. Love. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, I've been a professional fighter for, oh my God, about 20 some years, and I've been a professional trainer. And what it is, we didn't learn about all the concussions and all the head things till the past few years. You know what I'm saying? Now there's so much information about the concussions and everything else. I said, okay, now I've gotten my son involved in all these heavy duty sports. And I said, well, I have to do something that I can help him because I just can't pull him out of it because he's so used to it now. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, let me build him something. It was pretty much so I could feel better for putting him out there. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept building and, you know what I'm saying, and sharpening up the process and making it really work for him. And once I had it all set, he went out there, he loved it, and he'd always say, Daddy, I don't feel anything. You know what I'm saying? Even when they hit me, my helmet doesn't rattle. You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, we got something now. You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, I want to give all the parents that peace of mind that I have when I knew my son was safe out there. I knew he was protected.
Yeah.
All right. Mike, by any chance, Mike, do you have any questions or concerns about this neck brace?
I mean, I don't have any kids and I don't coach football, so I mean, it looks official. I mean, I don't really have too many questions. I mean, I don't really know. My main concern would be, would it restrict my range of motion? You pretty much said it doesn't.
Correct. Because I went through because on the new commercial, I went through every position. You could see it from the 3-point stance, the back pedal, the wide receivers jumping, catching, the running back. Because I wanted everybody, every position to say, okay, now your kid's running around with the strength of 2 spines. You know what I'm saying? So anytime, because in boxing, we know that once your head gets rattled, it's the neck that keeps from the concussion. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand it, but in boxing, we've known that from the beginning of time. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I don't have a neck as for right now. You know what I'm saying? But once I knew that, a little kid can't strengthen his neck all day long, but I said I could put something on him that does it for him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What about impact from the top of the head?
Oh, another great question. So at the top, I have a bumper as well. So if that kid happens to put his head down, which they all do, and they spear, it'll lock up here and stop his head from jamming back. So we have a bumper here that will stop his head from crunching in like a turtle. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So it'll help him if he happens to spear as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have one more question. Can that also be used for hockey as well?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, I have right now hockey, lacrosse, and bull riding.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Have you
So,
thought?
since you said bull riding,
I got another one too. Have you thought about looking into talking to like NASCAR drivers and stuff?
What they have the they already have the Hans device.
Oh right. Okay.
See, so mine's like the Hans device for football. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Okay.
our heads get pushed back, their heads get pushed forward.
Yeah, it's forward. Yeah. Okay.
so you said for bull riding, how would the design have to change, or is it a different type of setup to lock that device in place?
No, it's this one device fits on all because now every person on the PBR tour under 18 has to wear a helmet now.
Yep.
And they already wear a flak jacket as well, so you just load it to the flak jacket and already put it on their helmet.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't have any kids playing football, but this neck brace seems like it would be the one to definitely look for and to try to help save unnecessary injury and kind of stuff that would come up later on in life. And I applaud you for that. I definitely do.
Yeah. This is some amazing innovation for sure. I'm definitely going to be looking further into it, especially even with my 12-year-old was born with a paralyzed left arm. He still goes out and he plays. He's the starting corner for his 12U football team. And this type of innovation would be very useful for him in keeping his neck sturdy, especially with having to overcompensate with his arm. So I'm going to be looking into it deeper.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
I think Roy Jones might need that neck brace. They'll come and fight with Mike
I'll try to put something together for him.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying.
I'm on it.
Hey, OG and King, do you guys have anything else?
I do not.
I think unless anyone else have any else questions, they've answered all the questions I've had. Oh, one more. What is the process if they want to order it, or are you looking for athletes to sponsor the product, or is it just for sale?
I'll let Dr. Pitts get on that because he's handling that side of the program.
Okay, no problem.
Absolutely. So you guys can definitely go to the website, which is the Z7neckbrace.com, and you guys can order that particular product, and that's where you would go. But I do want to just implement some interesting facts that we need to go over in regards to the reason why this particular device is extremely important. Because what individuals don't know is between 1.7 to 3 million concussions are issued each year in the sports industry. And not only just that, the 300,000 out of those 1.7 to 3 million concussions are from football. So this particular device will be able to decrease that particular number. And that's what we're looking to do within the arena. So, we are on all platforms in regards to social media. We're even looking to take this particular device global, because we do know in other countries that they do play sports as well, right? So we don't want to just be able to offer this device in the United States, but also we want to offer it globally as well. So we have some amazing subsidiary partners that see the vision as we see it, such as Amazon and things of that nature. So it's just very important that we do encourage each and every last one of you guys and everybody that's watching live now and even on the replay to please do your due diligence and reach out to myself, Mr. Kelly, John McClung, and we will be more than willing to hop on as many presentations as we possibly can, because the safety of this, and like Mr. Kelly said, was love, right? Because when you think about your sons who do play football, and you don't want them to suffer from concussions. And I think that we've all, when I think it was Will Smith, when he came out with the movie, they kind of talked about the concussions and how it affects those players later on in life. So glory be to God, Mr. Bill, that you haven't experienced and you're not experiencing that. So more prayers out to you, and definitely we commend you for what you've done on and off the field, because what individuals don't know is that you're right. Football is not just something that you throw a football and it's easy peasy. It's hard work that goes into that, but not just the work that's put in, but the work that your body endures as well. So this particular device will be able to allow you to have a decrease in those concussions to live a better and more prosperous life.
Okay.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
John,
Hey.
anything you want to add to this conversation?
He's been in and out. He's been from
In and out all day.
That's all
All
right.
right.
Can anybody?
Hey.
Go back to this knockout drink because I think the brace is a knockout, and I think the NFLs, if they're
Can you
really
hear me?
serious, there you go. You back?
Oh man.
Ah.
Can you guys hear me?
We
We
can't
can hear
got
you. But if the NFL and NCAA football is serious
Oh,
about
man. Can
player safety,
you hear me at
I
all?
would really hope. Yes.
Yep.
If they're serious, they would really look into the break. All right. And this
Hey.
knockout drink, Melissa,
It's delicious.
thank you. And it's definitely worth having. All right, Doc, go ahead and get us on to the next
Yeah.
topic, please, sir.
Hey, I want to
Thanks for having
go.
us.
I want to go off topic. It's our 4G sports tradition at the end of every show because we all like to argue it. So I want to hear from Mr. Mike Bell, Mr. Kelly Davis, Dr. Pitts, and Mr. McClung. Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm a mindset guy, man, and
Yeah.
Kobe is the ultimate form of that. I think LeBron is a freak athlete. He's one of the best of our times, but I think he's kind of a crybaby. I think he's kind of soft mentally. But I think he's a beast. Don't get it twisted. I think he's a beast, but Kobe is I don't even like basketball, but I'm just so inspired by his mindset, man.
All right,
He's
so
the
I'm
Mamba.
gonna
He's the Mamba.
be the oddball. I'm gonna be the oddball again. You know what I mean? Because I do have a personal relationship with LeBron. I've seen his work. I love Kobe. Look, I grew up. I'm 35 years old. I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan. I grew up in Kobe. The players are different nowadays, and I just think like right now, and I get it. I understand the ring perspective. I'm totally with. Trust me when I say, you can't discredit Kobe. However, I'm gonna go with LeBron on this one, fellas. I just think that I get it. I understand the flag pack. I get it. $1 million into your body, the man. And I get it, Mr. Bear. You say he a beast, and he is. He's definitely a monster. He's one of those individuals. Kobe had to work a lot harder. I will say that. LeBron just make it look easy. He make it look, and I think that's because he know how to throw his weight. He know how to throw his weight around when he can really get in there. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be the oddball on this one, guys. I'm gonna go with LeBron. So I give you guys something to argue about.
Cut his mic. He's done. Cut his mic.
Can you guys hear me?
Now,
Man, I'm so upset right now. But I'm a Kobe guy.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, but listen. Let me
get your answer before you mess up again.
let me get my input though, real quick on the Z7.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm the chief operating officer. So one of the things that is so powerful about this apparatus is it's a buy that allows you to buy it at a youth and take it all the way through the pros, which is real cool because you don't have to make any adjustments because the helmets are all made the same pretty much as far as the standard. So if you think about what happens in the industry, everybody is concentrating on the helmet and it doesn't do anything based on the weight of the helmet for the neck. And this we've already seen where it makes such an impact as far as especially for youth and I would say middle school and high school and college to allow them stability in ways that no other equipment can. Because if you think about the uniform from the bottom of the seat to the top of the helmet, there is no safety device that's added to the uniform ever until now. So that's one thing that's a powerful about the Z7. Nobody's made safety for the uniform but the Z7.
Okay.
All right. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly Davis. Don't think you're getting out of this question.
Oh yeah.
Kobe or LeBron?
For my last, for my last shot, I'd have to go with Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the killer, he's a dagger. He gonna give it everything you got. You know what I'm saying? But I have warmed up to LeBron because he's done so much outside in the community that he does not get credit for, and he is a beast on the court and he is a beast off the court. So my hand goes to LeBron. He's done more for his community than I have ever seen, and
They're done.
What?
Hey, great point, Kelly. I love that, sir. That's why we compliment each other. Whenever I slap up, that's what I'm talking about. Man, I just need one person on the side. That's it.
Yes, sir.
We can work.
You know what?
I get two. We can work with something.
Hey, my 4G sports guys, we're going to have to redefine this question. Now it's going to be Kobe or LeBron on the court.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
And you're welcome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, Kelly did take it to a whole nother level, didn't
Yeah. We just level up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you guys, I don't know if you know, but Kelly got roots in Arizona. So he been in Arizona. I lived in Arizona in the 80s, but Kelly been there for years now. He just recently moved to Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was out in the Phoenix area about 10 years. Yeah, my daughter went to Chandler High School, all that. Yeah, #1 track star.
It's the heat. It's the heat that'll get you out of here.
He left the heat. So you guys also Kobe was Michael then. Everybody else picked LeBron.
Yep.
Right.
Say that again.
Well, Michael, you'll be back on the show again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh man.
No, but
That is an ongoing debate. It is an ongoing debate with us, and like I said, I picked Kobe by a slight edge. I know OG picked Kobe because he's a Kobe guy, and as much as it hurts to dog him being a Phoenix Suns fan, he picked Kobe as well. But you can't take nothing away from LeBron, like we always say. He is on the court. Like I said, I gave Kobe a slight edge just based on his killer instinct, and like I said, it's unmatched. We've never seen it like that since Michael Jordan. Not saying that LeBron does not have that, but the Mamba was the Mamba. He was an absolute killer on the floor. Period. So
I think one of the other advantages is if you look at the era for which Kobe came in, he played against some dudes that LeBron never played against. Right. As far as the history of basketball, and then if you look at the legends versus, there are no legends that LeBron are playing against versus what Kobe played against.
Right. Not to the same caliber.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So can I add one more question to everybody?
Go ahead.
What do y'all think about this Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight coming up? We'll start with Michael first.
I think it's a circus act.
May I go, please?
Yeah.
Yes. So I came up with these guys in boxing, and I want to tell y'all first. Mike Tyson, he took that tattoo on his face from my little brother. My little brother's IBF world champion, and Mike Tyson copied his tattoo. So me and Tyson ain't never got along. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hope Roy. I went to many training camps with Roy. I hope he can. I hope he puts on him. But the way they're setting it up, it's a mockery right now. It's just I think they're wearing headgear now. They're wearing giant gloves. Nobody can get knocked out. I don't understand what kind of fight, because if you want to take my money, you know what I'm saying? If I take you guys' money, you watch me fight, you best believe I'm going to give it all I got. You know what I'm saying? Everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Because you're asking people for their well-earned money, and now you're saying, but we can't hurt each other. And
that's ridiculous.
I don't know what kind of fight that is where we don't hurt each other. I don't understand it.
It's a pillow fight.
The pillow fight,
You know what I'm saying? You came and said, what are you guys doing in there? I don't get where they're going with it.
Yeah.
It's just like a money grab to me, and I don't like that.
Well,
Kelly want to see somebody get knocked out. He want to see Tyson get knocked out.
I want to see toes curl.
Yeah, my 2 cents is honestly, fellas, I don't watch TV as much, so I'm only here. I'm just now hearing about it. That you guys brought it up, just not hearing about it. So again, I'm gonna agree with Kelly and Mike. I think it's just a circus between those two. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents. If it means anything.
Hey, I just hope one of them. I hope one of them have a flashback. I just hope one of them have a flashback in the ring.
I tell you, Mr. Kelly Davis just really educated me because initially, I don't know if y'all saw The Hangover, but I thought Mike was gonna do to Roy what he did to little dude in The Hangover and just knock his ass out. But if it's circus gloves and headgear, like forget it. I don't even care.
Well, they said there's a no knockout clause in the contract. There's a no knockout clause in the contract.
Oh yeah.
So
don't see that. Nobody wants to see Tyson and no knockout.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to talk about. If you can't knock nobody out, let's move on.
Yeah.
Right.
You keep it pushing.
Well, I want to thank all my brothers that came on the show today. Michael, John, Kelly, Mr. Dr. Pitts. We appreciate you guys, man. And your new product, Mr. Bell. I've seen you on Facebook doing what you do with the kids and the soccer and the football. I gotta bring my boy out there to check out your program. You're doing big things. I'm happy that you came on the show today. But I will be down to your facility to check it out.
Please do.
Most definitely. We appreciate
it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for you guys having me on the show. And thank you for introducing your product. Sounds like a good product.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
And we want to thank all of our listeners, our subscribers, our watchers. You know how I end every show, man. Do share. Tell your friends to share. Tell their friends to share. Go to YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell. Hey, you know what it is? 4G Sports. We're coming at you every week with all these great guests. So keep watching, keep sharing. My sign off, actually, I want to give it up to our guests this week. This has been one of my favorite shows. To our sponsor, Miley Cakez Pastries, and shout out to many of you may not even recognize the name, but I just read that Suns legend Paul Westphal was diagnosed with brain cancer. So my shout out, my love to the Westphal family for healing and prayers in this time.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Any shout outs for you guys?
Well, for me, it'll definitely be shout out to my wife, because she is the centerpiece of my life. Of course, her God first, but that would be my shout out, and then of course my teammates, Mr. Kelly Davis and John, and then also just giving you guys, just putting it out there. About to take ownership of the first African American National Credit Union. So I have individuals like Mr. Kelly and Mr. John that's also behind me in that as well. So we complement each other when it comes to businesses and helping out and helping each other grow. That's pretty much my little shout out. So again, and back to you guys, 4G Sports. So thank you guys for even allowing a platform to be open to individuals like us to express who we are and what we offer. So I think every last one of you. Thank you, Mr. Bell, for your time as well. Congratulations to your camp, and I hope that we can somehow link up and do business, because I know you're an entrepreneur, and I eat, sleep, and breathe that. So whatever we can all do together, we're excited about that. So thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna give my shout out because what an opportunity to be on the 4G. I want to thank Nia and G for allowing us to do this, because no one knows that you can change their life until they find out what you have to change their life. And so I want to thank each one of you guys for making this fun. Forgive me for this, for the technical aspects, but at least I got a chance to say something. And to my partners, Kelly, who I've been with for the last 4 years, and seen this vision come to life through the struggle, all the way to where it is, where it can actually save and extend players' lives. I commend him for staying with the vision, because it hasn't been easy. I call him the Noah of football, because he has something nobody else has, and it can save lives. And then for my main man, Dr. Pitts, who he quietly did not say, and I'm going to say it for him, is also the man that is running the new Amazon platform called Buying Black Back, powered by Amazon. So it is an actual Black Amazon that we have. So we are on I'm on the advisory board with him. He is a powerful young man who is really doing some things where we can actually put our money. But these two guys play an extremely important role in my life as far as what we're doing. And Brother Bill, we're looking forward to connecting with you and those you're extended to, so that we can support everybody's platform in whatever way we can. But y'all know Z7 is coming, and you heard it here first.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Kelly?
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to shout out, to all the parents, because I want to always touch base with them and let them know that, I am a parent. My son is a sophomore in high school. He's been wearing this brace for the last couple of years. And I wanted to just shout out to them and say there's something out there that's going to have their back and give them just a peace of mind. I just want a parent to have that peace of mind that I have when my son runs out there. I'm like, he's all right. There's something that's never been seen before. And just a shout out to them, just letting them know that, there's something out there that's going, just an extra little piece of equipment that's going to help out. So, thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for talking about it. I really appreciate it as an inventor, putting my invention out there and, getting such positive feedback and stuff like that and doing shows like this. And I've put together a great team, and I feel so comfortable, where everything is going. So I'm in a really great place, and I'm just so looking forward to help out the sport that I love. I love football through and through, and I just want to help out, help out everybody I can. So thank you guys, and I sure appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm gonna give a shout out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give a shout out real fast. My oldest son is Christopher JC Gossett is leaving for NAU to pursue his bachelor's degree, in sports medicine. He leaves next Friday. We're excited for him. We're happy for him. He's excited. He's finally leaving the nest to get us to further his education. We're in full support of him. You guys keep him in prayer. This is all new to him. He's excited. We're excited for him, and he's gonna go out there and do big things. And maybe one day he'll work for you guys one day and do business with everybody. Most definitely.
Great. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And my shout out is first and foremost, God, my wife, my family, my friends, but of course, our special guest on this show this week, Mike Bell. I appreciate you. You will be back. John, Kelly Davis, Dr. Pitts, you will be back because I don't think we really gave you the proper oomph that we needed to give you today. So I would like to invite you back. And Kelly, we would love to talk to you about your MMA and everything else.
Yep.
So
August 22nd.
When you give us a date already?
Yeah, August 22nd on ESPN,
Okay.
Las Vegas.
All right.
August 22nd, what's going on? Whoa, time out.
Yeah.
What's going on August 22nd?
Well, I have one of my fighters. I'll be training him for the main card on ESPN at the UFC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the real deal over here. I am the professor of concussions. I know about concussions, so that's why all the years I put into this brace.
Okay, so since you said August 22nd, we will get you that following week after the fight and talk to you about the fight. How about that?
That's perfect. My fighter's Phil Rowe. Take a look at him. You'll love him. He comes to put you to sleep, and that's it.
That'll work. And if it's possible, we'd like to put both of you guys on.
Not a problem. He's in the next room, so that's no problem at all.
All right, and Dr. Pitt, we'll love to hear more and get more information about this credit union that you're doing, so we can put it up in our description. And we would also talk after this because I have another opportunity for you about that. Okay.
Absolutely.
But we would like to thank our official sponsor, Miley Cakez Pastries and Desserts LLC, and Melissa Harvey for the knockout drink. All right. As you can see, I knocked it out already. She's the first official sponsor for the show. You can contact her on Facebook at Miley Cakez Pastries and Desserts to order all goodies. She makes popcorn, ice cream, drinks, pastries. When I tell you, if you have an alcoholic tooth, that's who you need to call. All right. So, but hey, for any comments on the show, you can hit us at 4G Sports. That's sports with the Z at gmail.com. And of course, we're on all social media platforms: Facebook, IG, Twitter, and Instagram. Well, I already said IG, and SoundCloud at 4G Sports. So once again, gentlemen, thank you. And that's another episode of 4G Sports, and we're out.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.